in Mumbai, and how long was it the last time you came here?
Well, good afternoon, Manisha. About 4 years ago, so it's lovely to see you again and great to be back in Mumbai.
Well, thank you so much for joining us here in the studios. And let's talk about the crude oil prices because 3 straight weeks of gains and this week as well has started on a positive note. We're trading 81 and 85 respectively. Saudi Arabia has increased prices for its Asian and US consumers, and we are still reacting to OPEC and allies cutting output. What are you making sense of all of these statements?
Well, I think the last couple of weeks have been really dynamic for oil traders, and we've only seen, an uptick, and it was a considerable one this time last week or, 8 days ago. So I think that momentum will build. I wouldn't be surprised to take a little bit higher out than this coming week. Prices are, I think, at a range bound, and they'll stay in that sort of, 75 to 85 in the short run. But I'm expecting probably as the quarter wears on, Manisha, probably up from here.
Are you looking at 90, 95 in this quarter, or do you think that would be...
It may well happen. I mean, I'm worried about a couple of things. I'm certainly concerned as far as geopolitically what's going on with China and Taiwan. That's a sleeping giant, and I'm just seeing how that all unravels. The Russia situation, I'm conscious as far as Saudis, and overall demand is relatively strong. I mean, some people are saying we're going to see a pullback, but after I drive through Mumbai and I see the engagement across India, you've got to be kidding me as far as, downturns. It's only one-way traffic, and that's up from here.
Well, absolutely. How are you also looking at the gas prices? Because we've come down all the way from $10 to below $2.
Yeah.
Is it oversold? Are you buying at these levels?
Well, I think it's been a dynamic trade to go short on, and we've been exciting. Traders have just rubbed their hands with glee. It's been incredible, and that short side. So I wouldn't be surprised. It's probably oversold. You might see a bounce, not unusual at this time of year, leading into that summer season in the US. We're only a month away from the start of really summer driving season and weather outages. So I wouldn't be surprised to see nat gas hit up a little bit further from here. But yeah, it's cheap, and that's the time to buy it.
But the story of the year until 2023 clearly has been gold. I mean, we've seen all-time high in India, all-time highs in Australia too.
Yeah, you bet. Central bank buying has just been been incredible over the last year, and I think that will only continue leading forward. So yeah, gold has been a safe haven and really a trade that's most retail sector is really piling into physical and of course silver. So yeah, really important to have a component of that in your portfolio, Manisha. And from here, I won't be surprised to take all-time highs out sometime this year. I don't know what that number's going to be, but I think it'll be upward from here.
Ditto with silver. Are you looking at 28, 30 kind of levels coming back?
Yeah, I think so. It's far cheaper really from a long-term perspective in that gold-silver ratio. So I think there's more upside in the short run for silver. It's been dynamic in the last couple of weeks, and that the fun time will hit us hard as far as, upside. And there we are, 24.80. I think there's plenty of upside there for silver.
Yeah, and you've been a very active trader into the forex markets as well, Peter. And what does the dollar index tell you right now? And the market's now looking at euro, Chinese yuan, the BRICS countries coming up with their own currencies. I mean, there's just so much debate happening across board.
Well, exactly. We're one of the largest FX traders in the world, XM, and that's globally. So our retail market is very conscious as far as US dollar and US dollar index. It's come under a bit of pressure there, and it's probably going to take a 102 handle out to the downside. So yeah, I'm interested to see what Jay Powell's thoughts are, rhetoric coming from the Fed and inflation numbers. There's a lot of data coming out this week and certainly this month. So hold on to your hat, softer from here possibly for US dollar, and that's going to be a push up for a lot of those other commodities. What
would you say is the top trading currency strategy right now?
Well, have to say, probably euro to some extent. Euro's been really exciting. But don't take your eyes off the yen because it's been wild and whipsawing, and that's been opportunity really since October last year when it was at 150, traded down to 128. Now it's that mid 130 sort of handle. I think there's plenty of exciting market movement in that yen.
One sector, Peter, which hasn't done well as we've started a new quarter has been the metals as a space.
Yeah.
Iron ore, steel trading at multi-month lows.
Languishing.
Languishing. And if you keep copper out of the whole calculation, almost everything is in the negative.
Yeah. Tin, aluminium, I thought they were going to bounce nicely at the start of the year, and they had a nice uptick in January, but since then, all the hot steam's come out of it. And so where we run from here, Manisha, may be a point of consolidation. let's see what's going on as far as demand picture moving forward. But there's been an underinvestment across most of those commodities for probably the best part of a decade. So when they shine and when it's boom time, they'll really come to the fore. And this super cycle is certainly a long way from over.
All right. Any top pick that you have in the space? Almost everybody seems to be talking about copper, even at these levels.
Yeah, 8,800. I think it's cheap. So I think there's probably upside for copper. Yeah, just keep an eye on that. It's a wonderful barometer for economic growth, and we follow it closely.
All right. So euro yen is something to keep an eye on, and take a look at gold and silver. Big buying opportunities onto that one as well. Peter, as always, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for all of that opinion and as well. And amazing having you in the studios.
It's wonderful to see you, Manisha. Thank you.